Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast.
Have you heard the holiday funny that says, be kind to retail workers this time of year? It's not their fault that you waited to do your holiday shopping until Mary's water broke. Yeah, a lot of us can do that this time of year. We can procrastinate and put things off and wait till the last minute. And all right, it creates some stress. That's not the challenge. The challenge is when we become addicted to that stress, or also known as an urgent addict. Now, before we get into what exactly does that mean, let's talk about the difference between urgent and vital. And I love how Dr. Cloud described this. Urgent is when you're taking actions on what hurts right now. It's what needs to be taken care of. And these are the activities that, for whatever reason, are really causing you a lot of agitation. Unfortunately, you can get addicted to that agitation. You can get addicted to the adrenaline and the cortisol. And then your powerful subconscious mind continues to seek out the things that are going to give you those hits, not because it's healthy, because your subconscious mind doesn't care. Instead, it is seeking them out because you experienced an extended period of time, typically anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months, to where you learned to survive this way. Vital is, well, think of it like this. Whenever you go to the doctor, they take your vitals to see how healthy you are. Vitals are the focus, the emotions that are optimized, and the actions based on those two for what is significant in your life. The values that you want to experience, the identity that you're upgrading into. You know, so many people, when they set a goal, they say, well, how do I get there? That's not the first question you should be asking. The very first question you should be asking is, who do I need to become to have that? You know, I'm thinking about getting a dog. It's been a year now that I've been without a pup. And so I'm going, yeah. Well, I also know that getting a puppy is going to be a completely different schedule than what I have right now, because they need to go out about every 3 hours. So it's saying, okay, what identity do I need? I need an identity that is prepared for that. Where in my schedule can I have this kind of leeway, since it's just me and my household? And how can I start incorporating that now? See, this is what is vital for that goal that I want to experience. Who do I need to become? You don't wait till you get the goal to say, oh, now I'm going to have this identity. I'm now going to incorporate it. No, you need to do that before you get the goal, or you'll get the goal and it'll slip right through your fingers. Or you're going to get the goal and it'll turn into a hot mess of something that you didn't want to experience. It's going to have a lot of urgency to it because you didn't say, you didn't look at, you didn't decide to experience that who you need to be for that goal to stick needs to start taking place now. Okay. So vital is the identity. It's the focus, the emotions, and the actions for the identity that is congruent with the goal. But if you are always acting on urgency, what you're actually doing is you're killing what's vital a little bit every single day. All success has a price to be paid. You will either pay that price now or you will pay it later. but you will pay it. If you choose what you're going to pay now, it's actually an investment. You get a return off of it. But if you have to spend it later, then it is focus and it's actions and it's emotions you're not going to get anything back on, because all you're doing is putting out the fires instead of being fulfilled. So you can become an urgent addict. How do we begin to change that around? By the way, I did an entire podcast episode on how you get rewarded for being sad, overwhelmed, and in pain, aka bad dopamine and endorphins. I talk about the actual chemicals that you produce, but you're doing it in a dysfunctional way, and how you're addicted to them, and that we actually need to begin to numb you out to the withdrawals that you're going to have. You need to be able to regulate yourself and go, you know what? I'm not going to get a dopamine hit every 60 to 90 minutes. I'm not going to have the endorphins surging through me that actually allow me to feel less sad, because I'm going to get off the hamster wheel of worry. And that means that you're going to need to be able to produce these chemicals with different actions that are actually going to be healthy for you around the identity that you want to experience. But it also means that you need to learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you're not going to be producing these chemicals in a consistent way while you're learning how to put the focus of fulfillment in place with the identity that is congruent with the values that you want to experience, that are going to get you your goals, and it's going to keep them. This is one of the reasons why I love hypnosis, is because I can numb you out. I can numb you out to withdrawals. I numb people out to withdrawals for caffeine, for nicotine, for sugar. If they're working with a drug therapist, it's for those types of withdrawals that the drug therapist, drug counselor will send them to me for. So can I work with withdrawals around the bad dopamine and endorphins? Heck yes. Okay. So if you want to explore that, then reach out to me, 1-636-699-7791, or go to canhypnosishelpyou.com. Or you can also go to dawnlandrum.com, download a free hypnosis audio that will begin to soothe your system. It's not going to get you resolution, but it can begin to soothe you. So let's put together a 3-step plan in order for you to no longer be an urgent addict, but instead your vital values and your destiny decisions begin to pull you forward. So step number 1, we've already covered that one. Who do you need to be that is congruent with the goal that you want to get? Step number 2, what does she focus on? What emotions does she optimize? And what do I mean by that? The fear is not going to go away. You have to give the fear a new meaning. So how is it that these emotions are going to show up, but they're actually going to lend their energy for you to have forward movement? And step number 3, you're going to fail. You're going to fail more often than you're going to succeed. But that failure gives you needed information that there is either a skill set that's missing, there's an emotional optimization that's not there, there is an imprint from your past that continues to poison your present. What needs to then be addressed? And hypnosis will do all 3 in one session. Okay, so you can be an urgent addict, or you can be living a life of destiny decisions by your vital values. The choice is yours. 1-636-699-7791. Until we get together again, blessings on your brilliance.